Hello, explorers. Welcome back. I am Leonidas. This is Nucleares, and we're about to jump into a bonus video. I say it like that because if you saw episode 12 of the series, you saw that in the beginning of the video, the intro, I said, hey, we're going to look at the gas, the cooling, and the fueling system for our advanced furnace, automated advanced furnace, and how I have mine set up so you can kind of set your own system up, get it up and running easily. And then I said, okay, after that we will go, I'll take you, just do an open house, right? Like a walking through my home that is my base on the moon. And I realized it was kind of a little bit of a long video, so after it was all done, I made the decision to cut it in half. Here's the second half of that video. So we're going to pick up right where the other one ended, where I said, okay, that's my base, or that's my gas system, and now we're going to move on and take a look at my base. So that's where we're jumping in. I'm doing this in post-production just to explain it and give it a little intro. But yeah, hope you enjoy it. I'm going to have to abandon it. You'll see why. And anyway, so yeah, you get to see what I was working with before the giant expansion and all that, but I do still have more to come. So anyway, let's jump right in and get to it. So there you go. That's my fueling and cooling setup. Now, like I promised, I will show you the rest of my base, part of it. So here's the main setup. This used to be underground. I had a bit of a ledge and didn't like walking across, having to jump up every time, so I built this ladder. Of course, now it's floating in the air, but here you go. So I have all my printers. This is a rocket printer. Back in the background, you've seen it. I'll show it to you, but I built a rocket to go to space, and you can mine things and find things. It's pretty fun. Next to it is my electronics printer, right? I have my mod, my T2 mod installed. That's why it looks... Actually, let's go turn this off before I waste all my battery juice. And then it has these things called... This is a stacker. It's powered, and it's pretty neat. So what it does... Like, if I wanted to make coils... Oh, look, it's right here on top. I have to turn them on. And I can set the stack size. I always set it to 50. And then if I want to make coils, I'll show you. As they print, you saw the handle go down, and it'll tell you how many are in there. So it contains all those cable coils. So now when I turn it off, and I hit this lever, they're all stacked up for me. So this way they aren't just flying all over the place, printing one at a time, shooting out. It's kind of handy. If you forget to turn it on, it'll just stop after the first one. I know it's taking a second. The handle doesn't go down, right? And it just shuts itself off. It's blocked. And if you try to turn it on, it should give me... Yeah, it won't even finish. So then I have to... And if you pull the lever, it won't do anything. Got to turn it on. Now it'll say there's two... Oh, it did. Oh, I guess it will do it. You just have to have... just do it manually every time. Anyway, it doesn't hurt to turn it on. So now I have extra coils. And they're all stacked up for me, nice and neat. And it works for just about anything. So I have, you'll notice I have stackers on almost all my printers. This is, well, my atmospherics printer. Pretty basic. Back here, let's set you, I don't know, maybe there. This is, I don't know what you're on. This is my auto lathe, right, that we have. Same thing, set up with a stacker. This is my original OG arc furnace. To melt s'mores. No, not melt s'mores. Smelt ores. Although s'mores are delicious. So what I do is whenever I get rocks, ores, I pop them in here. This is powered. This is a powered chute, just like we used on our advanced furnace. And I kick it in here. I pull the lever, and then it comes through here. The windows are so I can see how many rocks are in there. And then as it's inside, it will... I just press the button, and it'll smelt the ore, and it kicks it out the back. And then when it's done and it opens, the next one pops in. So all I got to do is every time I run by, I just hit the button and grab these. And then I store them here. I have quite a bit of some of these materials. Over here I have my fancy stuff right? Pretty neat. What else do we have? Anything else cool out here? I don't want to go over the stuff in the back yet, because I'm going to do something on that. This is a station battery. This is a large station battery. Let's head in this way. So this is my main base. You'll recognize this, right? You recognize this setup from what we did in our series. Oh yeah, the wind blowing everything around. And it's pretty messy, so don't judge me for my house. But I have lights and things, and I've cleaned everything out. But I used to have this used to be absolutely full, absolutely full. Each of these walls had cabinets on them. I had crates in here. I had that kitchen and the table of the hydroponics, the microwave and stuff was all set up in this corner. It was pretty wild. Why aren't you receiving any power? Well, that's weird. Why aren't you receiving any power? Huh. Interesting. Are we just on a power? Sorry, I'm getting distracted now. Oh, that's powered. So why aren't you? Whatever. Don't have time for that. This is where I put all my extra stuff. This used to be my hydroponics room. And now I've just made a bunch of cabinets. Most of them are empty, but this is where I just store my extra stuff. If all my crates hadn't been deleted, you would have seen them stacked here with other stuff in the middle. So this is a storage room. This is a back door that I haven't made in our base yet. This is one thing I recommend in case you lose power and you need an airlock. You can use this guy. And the way it works is it just has two manual doors on either side. You can come in. It does have vents, a manual airlock that you can do if it's working. But the point of this is that you can come in from the outside. You can open it, close the door behind you and open this one and not lose all your atmosphere inside. And you can figure out what's going on and fix stuff if you need to. Also going out, kind of the same thing. You close this manual door behind you so that not all the air is venting. Yeah, you're going to lose some, whatever's in the room with you, but you don't lose everything. So this was also, it used to be an airlock. It's not anymore. Why did I save this? I don't remember. This is an air conditioner. Keeps the room at a nice balmy 27 degrees. I could open my helmet. I don't know why I'm not. But this is the air conditioning system. Oh, good. It's not actually working because I blew a pipe because it turned to liquid. So that's fun. I could probably turn you off then because you're not actually doing anything. Yeah, because it's 33 degrees in here. So you're just actually making heat. We'll have to fix that. That happens. This was where I kept... You'll again recognize this from our series. This is where I used to have all the canisters to refill, right? I had my water filling station, my oxygen filling station. It was all here. Same thing over here. This was the original back door. Now it's a storage room, a cold storage, because canisters like to blow up when they get hot, when they're in atmosphere. So I store all the dangerous stuff out there. I'll show you later. This is a vacuum. If you get water on the floor, like something melts or spills, you can use this to suck up the water. It's handy. Yeah, of course I got some stuff on the floor before. Lights scattered throughout. And then this is a portable air scrubber. I don't remember why it's in here. I just needed it out of the way. So then down here, this was kind of a living quarters. Well, now I can swap this. Oh, and my light. Where's my light? Now that I'm kind of close enough to... There we go. Close that now. So this was just kind of aesthetics. I have... Man, it's bright in here. Holy cow. Let's turn that off. There we go. There's a wall heater cooler right here, although because it's 36 degrees, I'm guessing it broke. Something died. It probably burst the pipe. But open the doors and look. Oh. Way to fail me, guys. It's supposed... I have automatic lights set up. I don't know why they didn't come on. Is anything receiving... It is receiving power. Is my motion sensor dead? I don't even know where my motion sensor is. It's in the wall somewhere. They must have changed that programming. But anyway, it used to all the lights would kick on when I came in. That was kind of neat. This is a sleeper, a cryo tube / sleeper. You can go to sleep if you're doing multiplayer, and you won't. It'll keep you breathing, and if you've got it set up, and your hunger won't go up. It'll stay the same. You can also, if you get lung damage or injuries, you can hook up nitrogen, lay in here, and it'll fix you. This is a storage thing for your suit. Oh, external 0. Something has gone very wrong in here. This used to have atmosphere. And I used to be able to take my helmet off and stuff. Yeah, my AC, interesting. Oh yeah. When I looked before, I was looking at the cape. Anyway, I just realized that in the other room I was looking at that instead of the temperature. Yeah, something's gone very wrong in here. This is different.
There's a hole in the floor.
Anyway, this is a shower. So that when I get the little notification that my hygiene's bad, I can take my suit off, hang it here, it'll actually charge. This is kind of a cool thing in suit storage. If you had nitrogen and oxygen, it would refill your tanks for you. And then I take a little shower, I get totally in the birthday suit, take a little shower, jump off, and then this will filter the water to be reused again later. This was to refill it, add more water to it if I needed to. Yeah. This is my very own little control tower. It's supposed to look like an air traffic control tower, kind of. But it's just a lookout. It's just a fun little thing. You can see the layout of the land. All little rando things that I have. Yeah, kind of cool. Okay, let's hurry down, and I'll go show you what do you guys want to see next. How about my kind of sort of hydroponics area? Let's go do that next. This way. Are you doing your thing? Yep, you are. Okay, let's head out. Ugh. Head out this way. You guys want to see my rocket?
Now that sounded dirty.
I'll show you my rocket. Whoa. Let's jetpack. So this is my rocket. It goes to outer space, and it does cool things. Light. So it has engines and fuel and batteries, and everything's all stored up inside. These platforms are so I can work on it, because they're hard to get to. See if I can open it up. I don't even remember how to do any of this. It's been so long. Wrench. Okay, let's do the wrench. So, oh, that's not very exciting. Yeah, so you can see there's stuff down in there. Let's see if I can do this without falling all the way off. Nope, sure can't. So there you go. Got fuel and everything. You have to have umbilicals. So these umbilicals, when they come out, this is a whole system to create fuel, jet fuel and whatnot. I can fuel it by turning these on. On. And then the umbilicals connect, and it fuels it or charges it or whatever the umbilical is designed to do. I can disconnect it. All right, turn it off. I have batteries, but this is its own station, so to charge the batteries. I have my own, what are these things called? Ice crushers, so that I can put in the inline tanks. And this is for, I think this one was oxygen, this one was volatiles. And to create fuel, right, to be sent on to the rocket ship. So that's kind of cool. This is how I got up and down, these little ladders. I use my jetpack all the time. And then apparently, there you go. Yeah. Giant station battery. This thing is the uplink to talk to the rocket. With the little computer, open UI. And here you go. Here's where I could send it off to do things. And it had different, I could map different things. And, ooh, it has neat. I just realized this entire time I've had the volume muted.
That's because you're an idiot.
I apologize, guys. Not that there's been a lot of volume, or a lot of sounds, but neat little tinkly music. But anyway, so rocket stuff. It's neat. And I'm just going to turn them all off because we're just using electricity. Although it's using its own electricity, so it doesn't really matter. But, yeah, there you go, my rocket ship. Now let's head over this way. This is my hydroponics. I set it up separately for that. I'll bet this is... Has this exploded? Nope, that's an air conditioner. That's kind of how they look. That one has stayed intact. Yay. Let's come in through here. This is just a cool airlock. I just liked how it looked. So I put it here. It doesn't actually do anything different other than it look neat. I have floor grates, right? So you can kind of see the wires through, but it's a little different than that. Bare floor. So, battery's dying. So let's put that out. Turn off that light. You on? You are on. Refrigerator, right? Store eggs. And apparently... Oh, I know what those are. There's my bread loaf. I made bread. I have ovens and things. You can make food. Right? You have automated ovens. You've got automatic packers. Oh, have these just like died? Oh yeah, these are out of power. That's problematic. I let them die. So then how are you powered up? Yeah, I don't understand. There's all my food. My canned food and stuff. Cabinets with other... I got some flour and... What is that? Water bottles. We won't go downstairs because it's in rock right now. Manual canner, Regent. This is my Regent processor, makes oil and things. The old microwave, the old trusty microwave. But this used to have all my hydroponics, and then I moved them underground because I thought it would be cool. And then the game decided to break it. So, disabled. Why are you disabled? Don't be disabled. I think that's... Why do I have this in my hand? Probably picked it up somewhere. Anyway, so it looks kind of cool. Let's see if I can turn that on. From the outside, jetpack away. Very dark. Yeah, see, it looks kind of cool. Oh yeah, the yellow flashing light. That's a nice touch, right? Somebody that I played multiplayer with, we used to kind of accidentally lock each other out and stuff, or mess with the airlocks. We put the warning light in there. It turns on every time you... So now I have to try and hit the button. There it goes. So now it flashes whenever it's in operation. But, there's my base, guys. There it is. Pretty neat. Let me show you the underground part real fast. So, we'll do that. Hold on. Whoa. That was a bunch of airs. I don't know what it was from, but, am I dying? No, I'm good for now. So, yeah, okay, that was weird. I have reset my game. And so now, right, you'll see it's all still here in its glory. Oh, look at me sinking. Not demolished. So I kind of reset it back to the original. And did it work? Oh, it did. Sweet. Okay. So you just saw my whole base. And, okay. The hydroponics, we went in, right? There are these little stairs. Well, what you didn't get to see was the elevator. All of this was mined out originally. This was all... Well, look. I didn't even know that guy was there. Oh, yeah, I did. I know what that was for. I'll tell you later. But this was the elevator that I showed you that we couldn't go down. Oh, man, I'm having a hard time maintaining altitude here. I keep sinking. This was ground level. This was supposed to be ground level. So all of this, so this elevator went down into the ground, and this was all several layers underground, including fuel tanks, radiators, everything. I had everything set up. But then when the game migrated, because this was underground, it was all filled with rock and everything just exploded. It was just a massive mess. I tried to dig through it and everything was busted and broken and all that. So that's why I had to do it, put it so high up in the air so that it would register that this was actually here and it wouldn't just kill itself. So let's head back in. It should all still work. And I wonder if Oh yeah, see, it still has power for now. We'll turn some stuff off. That's the percentage of the battery left to power everything. So let's try turning some stuff off. So I don't want the battery to die so quickly. Okay, now it's going up. Sweet. So let's do this. When I came in through here, this is where I tried to keep chickens. Inside this little area, little section. They died quickly. That's what all the eggs were from. And I traded them. More on that later. Yes, you can trade in this game. You just gotta find the... Well, I was gonna say people to trade with, but... Oh, I missed the panel. That's lame. Okay. And so I came out here, right? And so another airlock. The reason I have two airlocks is to keep this kind of a vacuum. Otherwise, that's a lot of air. This is my whole hydroponics area, and all this air would be shared up the elevator shaft and everything, which is just a lot of work, and I didn't want to do. So, there's my warning light. I have a separate airlock, and welcome to my hydroponics. Oh, and it just threw everything in my face. I am shocked that my faceplate didn't just shatter. But I can open my helmet and stuff. Let me show you something cool. I have a chip in my suit. This is an upgraded suit. I think it's a hard suit. It's got extra filter slots, and it's got a chip, so it's programmed to where when it's unsafe... Ugh, that's really annoying. Let me show you. Watch the lock. See how it's locked? It self-locks. If I'm in a situation to where there's not enough pressure where it would hurt me to open my faceplate, it will lock it for me, so I can't open it. And if I try to unlock it, it'll redo it. It won't let me do it. But now if I go through here where there's air, breathable, or at least enough air pressure, it doesn't analyze the air, I don't think. It just, whether it's breathable or not, it unlocks. And now I can open my helmet, and when I do that, it turns off both my filter and my oxygen supply. So, that is neat. I think that's fun. Do I not have any lights in here? I guess not. This is the air composition of what I have in here. Oxygen. Oh, look, I even labeled them. CO2 and nitrogen. These are actually pretty low. If I had... Oh, I guess I can go to my waste tank. Whatever. Get a little more CO2 in there. But it'll also do it for if I accidentally leave my faceplate open. You can see my faceplate's open right now. If I click this, it'll close it for me. Right? So that, because I can't tell you how many times I've forgotten to do that. So just a neat little handy thing. Script that I wrote myself. There are more complex ones out there, but I kind of like it. It checks the temperature. If the temperature's too high or low, it turns off your... it turns on or off the air conditioning and all that, so kind of cool. But anyway, here you go. Here, look at here's my pumpkin and my tomatoes, and apparently all my other foods are gone. Well, that's kind of lame. Must have lost those. Different scripts running for different timers on my hydroponics. All my seeds that I've purchased and created, and a bunch of spare parts I'm trying to clean up. These are the hydroponic bays. Right? I had wheat over there. 10 minutes of light and 5 minutes of darkness. There, it's all automated. Here's my pumpkins. Tomato plants. My little mushrooms. They are... these guys produce CO2. These guys breathe in CO2 and breathe out oxygen. No. These guys breathe out oxygen. These guys breathe out CO2. I said that backward. Over here I have soybeans. And then I have my own, this is another air conditioner right here, keeping it at a nice 25 degrees. Obviously not working. It might have exploded. Why is it so cold? I don't know. Everything's messed up with the game changes. Whole filtration, another filtration system. This is for the air. If the composition gets bad, then I can take oxygen out of here. If there's too much oxygen, then I can take oxygen in through here and pump, and it pumps into this tank here. And then this is where I get my oxygen from. Remember how up top, the whole fuel and cooling system, I said I moved the oxygen canister away? This is where it went. So this is where I fill up my oxygen canister now. is right here, because I can pull it out of the air because the plants create too much, more than what the mushrooms can turn to CO2. But that's what all that stuff is. And then, excuse me. So when the oxygen comes out, it either goes in here. Why do I have this? What is the purpose? Oh, this adds to the system. I have 2 filters going in, right, to this little tank. And notice I didn't do a small one. The portable tank was enough. This comes from the water ice crusher. So if I need water, I drop ice in here, ice water, ice, whatever we call it, and then it crunches up and it sends the water to the storage tank slash what are these things called? Water bottles. And then the nitrogen gets sent through here. Nitrogen, oxygen into here. Any oxygen gets sent in there. Nitrogen gets sent out to cool down to be pumped back in here, because it comes out hot. So, outside, I have another emergency system in case everything died and I needed to get in or out. I can do it through here. And this takes me outside. And then I should have this guy that I can flip on. Active vent on. And it will...
Low pressure.
Oh yeah, see? It did the thing for me. Lowers it, right? I can turn it off. Now at least I'm not wasting any air. And I come out here. And then this was an escape that I could take to go up to the top level. But I'm not going to do it right now. What I want to show you guys is... jetpack time. Whoa. My little radiator setup back here. This was to cool off the nitrogen. There's the air conditioning unit right there. This was all... I can't tell you how much time I spent mining. But this was all mined out so that I could get around behind here, and that's what this external door was for. I guess I can close it. Not that we're going to do anything with it, but there you go. There's my little base. All right, and this was for... what was this for? Oh, CO2. This is my CO2 generator. You put coal in here, and then I was piping the gas out, trying to store it and cool it. Maybe some of it? What was I filtering out? I think it was CO2. Yeah, CO2. Everything else went up and we just vented out into space. This was just little pipes sticking up out of the ground. And then everything else went in here, was stored. And then... why did I abandon this? I think I couldn't cool it down. But these were CO2 canisters. I think now what I do is I fill them up, take them in, and just open them up. I don't remember. But anyway, that's what this was for. You put coal in here and create CO2, but yeah, little random things laying around. This was from... what's all those little rocks? This was from something called the Ogre. We might go over later, but yeah, that was... am I still falling? I guess it's an altitude thing. Okay, the higher you go, the harder it is to stay afloat. But yeah, there's my little base. There's my original homing beacon that I don't use anymore because I don't need to. It's wired in, and man, it uses a lot of electricity. But since I've discovered, somebody pointed out the Omni power system, I don't really use it anymore. I got a whole bunch of solar panels. That's some of them. The others are back here somewhere, I think. Oh yeah, there's a bunch over there. I think I have more over here. Anyway, there you go, guys. Yeah, my base, my fueling cooling system. This video was not... actually, I'm going to break this up into two. I'm going to break this up into two videos. One will be the episode 12 showing the fueling and cooling system. The other will be just a what do you call it? Walkthrough of my base and all that it is. So more to come. More to come. I have 2, maybe 3 more things I want to show off. I don't know if I'll get them out before I go to on my work vacation. Probably not. Work vacation. It still works a vacation. My work trip. I wish it was a vacation. But anyway, yeah, so stay tuned. More coming. Join my Discord to receive notifications of when I put these videos out. If you have any questions or comments, that's the easiest place because I can't see them in YouTube. Or they just don't. I can, just not very quick. If you want a fast response, join my Discord. Links in the description below. Otherwise, for now, I am Leonidas. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you again soon.
See ya.